Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to my channel and another video on Gran Turismo 7. Again Thursday, again another lap time challenge. Let's jump into the game and check out the details. And from today we are racing in the Lamborghini Murciélago from 2009 on Autodromo Nazionale Monza. So as everyone knows, Monza including the chicane, so let's get right in and check out which time we have to beat. And currently we need to beat a 153.4, so let's get into the lap and try to do this. So coming out of the last corner, try to take the maximum amount of momentum to the main straight, carry a lot of speed and position the car to the left hand side of the track. Then the very first brake marker is the tarmac zone, or the end of the tarmac zone on the left hand side here next to the track. Brake a straight line and go down to the very first gear, then cut a lot of the curb on the right hand side, letting the car coast or roll through this corner, turning over to the left hand side close to the yellow sausage curb, and then early back to the power without having power oversteer. Then the upcoming right hander is actually flat out, so go to the left, then go for the apex on the inside, upshift to fourth and try to keep it as narrow as possible to the inside. Then position the car to the right hand side, and your next brake marker is the 200 board on the right. Again, brake in a straight line and go down to second gear before turning in and cutting again a lot of the curb on the inside on the left as well as on the right hand side before going early back to the power in second gear. Position the car to the left hand side of the track, and the next brake marker is shortly before the 50 board, around 70 meter I would say. Go hard into the brakes and down to second gear, trying to keep it as narrow as possible to the inside curb again, and at the end of this barrier on the right you can actually go back to the accelerator pedal, taking all the width of the track. Then the next brake marker is shortly after this line on the tarmac. So again, go into the brakes and down to second gear, let the car coast into the corner, not going too much over the curb, and as early as possible back to the power in second gear. Now take your time to accelerate and leave a like to the video, considering to subscribe as well to my channel, before again going to the right hand side of the track, and your next brake marker is again the 200 board on the right hand side. Brake hard in a straight line and go down to second gear before turning in, keeping it narrow over the curb on the left hand side, giving some short accelerator pedal input, lifting again for this right hander, before accelerating hard again, lifting over the curb, upshifting to third, and then going fully to the power for the back straight. Now again position the car to the left hand side of the track, going up to fourth gear, and then your very last brake marker will be shortly before the 150 meter board on the left hand side. Again, go hard into the brakes and go down to second gear, trying to use a slight amount of trail braking to get to the inside curb on the right hand side. Now let the car roll through the corner, and at the end of the curb on the right hand side on this red marking, go back fully to the power, accelerate through up to fourth gear, try to keep it to the right hand side of the track and make your way over the finish line to get a gold time and 2 million credits. And as usual, for those of you driving in chase cam, let's review the lap once more. So coming out of the last corner, try to take the maximum amount of speed to the main straight, position the car to the left hand side of the track and get ready for your very first brake marker. This one will be at the end of the tarmac zone, left hand side next to the track, coming up here. Brake hard in a straight line and go down to first gear, cutting a lot of the curb on the right hand side and going close to the sausage curb on the left hand side curb before going back to the power, trying to avoid power oversteer. Then accelerate to the max, and the next one will be flat out, so go up to fourth gear within the corner, trying to keep it as close as possible to the inside curb. Then keep it to the right hand side of the track. The next brake marker will be the 200 board. Brake in a straight line, go down to second gear, take a lot of the curb on the inside on the left as well as on the right hand side before going early back to the power in second. Your next brake marker will be then around 70 meters, so shortly before the 50 board, down to second gear, again keeping it close to the inside curb, before the end of this barrier on the right, going back to the power. Then shortly after the white transverse line, go to the brakes, down to second, let the car go slightly over the inside curb before going back to the power in second again. Now accelerate all the way through, go up to fourth gear, position the car to the right hand side of the track, and the next brake marker again will be the 200 board on the right hand side. Brake in a straight line, go down to second, then turn in, taking a lot of the curb on the inside here, short power input on second, lifting again for the right hander, power input again, and lifting again over the curb, going up to third gear before going back to the power to the back straight. Now again maximum acceleration, revving out those gears, taking it to fourth gear, position it to the left hand side of the track. Your last brake marker will be shortly before the 150 board. Brake in a straight line, got out to second, use a slight amount of trail braking to keep it to the inside curb, and at the end of this barrier or the right marking on the barrier, go back to the power, accelerate through to the finish line, hopefully getting a gold time and 2 million credits for this week's challenge. And that's already it again for this lap time challenge in the Lamborghini Murciélago in Monza. I think this one is a quite fun one and it's a rather easy one. I've had the gold within a few laps and I tried to improve and it made a lot of fun. So I'd rather recommend you to go for this one and enjoy it. So if this guide helped you out to get the gold, feel free to leave a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And also feel free to watch the other videos on my channel on the recent challenges. And then I say thank you for watching and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.